How's it going, YouTube? Simple minded. Although a lot of people don't think so, I have my reasons behind the naming the channel that, and I'll probably go into them some other time. But yeah, the power of the pirate eye patch. Most people think the pirates back in the old days, when they had that pirate eye patch on, that it was, they hurt their eye or trying to hide some deformity or something like that. The real truth of it's a little more cynical. I don't know, my thing seems like it's acting up. I don't know if I'm going right or right. But anyways, the real reason they would do this, say you're out in the bright sun, all over the ocean, no trees, no shade, sun just beaming on you. Okay, that messes with your eye. Usually the time they'll do it on the right eye because most people are right-handed, and that's where you shoot from, that's where you throw from, and just in general, take a beating to the left side, so you don't really worry too much about the damage there, and you want your right side to be your good side. But anyways, say they're boarding a ship. Everybody goes under, trying to hold off, keep them from taking over the ship or taking the goods or whatever. So you just took the front. Now when you go underboard, darkness. The light changes dramatically. Now some of y'all know about night vision, where the pupils will dilate more. Well, that's when they wear this eye patch there to block out all light. So, because this eye, when you go under, your visibility is going to be cut down to like 20%. Like you ain't going to be able to see next to nothing. Then that puts you at a big strategical disadvantage, when it comes to warfare or actually survival. It's like a straight survival. But that's when they would, as soon as they start to go underboard, that's when they would move this. You could have both eyes open, but as long as this one was still set for night vision, it's already a lot better. So you can see movement and all that other stuff. There's also another trick. If you're out in the bright sun, you got an eye patch on. If you could draw them in to a darker area, then take the eye patch off. That's where, like, you see something like this. It's like a shimmer. Happens more so depending upon the light. So you could shimmer, so they'd go to hit you and you ought to be somewhere else because they were hitting you where their eye last picked up the photons and was trying to process. By the time they process, you're already over here. So they'll draw you into the darkness where now because you were just outside. Now both your eyes are down to 20% visibility. They're out one eye, but their other eye is already locked in at 80%. So their vision is twice as much as yours, even though you've got one eye out. Okay, because this only affects your peripheral, whatever. So when it comes to a sword fight, or life or death situation, any tactical advantage you can get, and taking your opponent's eyesight out is a quite tactical advantage, even if they're not really blind, but like a mask over there where they can't see, it plays a big role. But yeah, that's why he got it, and that's why I was just making a short little video about why the pirate eye patch. Most of them wouldn't because they lost an eye or got hurt. It was a one of the tricks of the trade, because most people don't understand. Like, pirates ain't like the pirates we know about, just some people grabbing together and going. No, they were professional paid mercenaries that were just paid to jack supplies from other ships they're at war with. Then once the war was over, we don't need these pirates anymore. Like, we ain't going nowhere. And they got real good at knowing some stuff, like a blunderbuss. Uh, a blunderbuss, like, oh, it's only got one shot. They would carry 6 of them on them, and a blunderbuss has a big old spread ratio. But yeah, that's the power of the eye patch. Once they remove it, if you go from bright to dark areas, they can see, they can shimmer. And if you ever know shadow games, I used to play shadow games when I was younger. I remember one where it was playing hide and go seek. I played shadow games because I was running. I can't see into there because there was a street light coming, but I knew it should be fine to jump into, so I just jumped into the shadow, stayed there. They couldn't find me, couldn't see me. They saw me jump in there, but they thought I kept on moving, so they went down the road because it was on the hillside and there was a bunch of kudzu. These little started throwing rocks in there trying to drive me out, but they were I don't know, about 30 feet down the road because they thought I done kept on moving and stayed in the shadows. But I could see them, like when they first came to the spot, they saw me jump in. They were literally looking like couldn't see anything, because the light hitting off the eyes and the eyes wasn't adjusted well enough. But I could see them clear as day, just nothing. You could be looking them right in the face, and depending upon how the light is, that's shadow games. Like I was literally face to face with you and you couldn't see me. There's different war tactics I can go on in days about, but that's where the power of the eye patch comes from, freaking, because invisibility comes in handy in about anything. Alright, hope y'all enjoyed that little tidbit. Y'all take it easy.